P-L-U-S-H. The H stands for help. In this module, we're going to talk about helping and why that's important and how you can capitalize on all that extra stuff, extra mile stuff that you've been doing for your clients. Helping means giving selflessly. Giving without expectation of compensation. Giving without expectation of compensation. If we do something for someone expecting something in return, that's not helping. That's called investing. Sometimes investments pay off, sometimes they don't. Our role in helping is to do something for the customer selflessly. We're just doing this to help them out. Since most of my clients are coming up short in this area, for the moment I'm going to assume that your organization is coming up short as well. Helping means we do everything the customer asks and then some. Everything they ask for and then some. It's the extra mile, the baker's dozen. You're probably coming up short, not because you're not doing it, you are doing it. You're doing it and your customers don't appreciate it. Why don't your customers appreciate it? They don't know it. And why don't they know it? Because you won't do something that's contrary to your nature, and that is brag about yourself. It's in your customer's best interest that you brag about yourself. Now here's the part you may not like. In today's world, we have to do it in writing. Verbal doesn't get it. We need to do it in writing. You go the extra mile for the customer. As an example, one of my clients is an orthopedic implant company. One of the salespeople had been trying to get into the chief of orthopedic surgery at a major hospital. Whatever the chief surgeon uses, pretty much everybody else uses. He had been having no success. But one afternoon, a surgeon called and he said, I have a very complicated procedure tomorrow. I think your joint might be the best one for this procedure. And I'm not real pleased with my current vendor. If you're as good as you say you are, I'll start steering business your way. This is huge. This is a mega sale. The salesperson thanked him, called the warehouse. He didn't have a unit. He called the warehouse, but they were closed for the day. Someone was walking through the warehouse. And they picked up the phone. The salesperson explained the situation. It took about an hour, but here's what they figured out. The person in the warehouse would pull a unit off the shelf, put it in their car and drive to an airport about an hour away and put it on an airplane going in the general direction of the salesperson, the last flight of the day. The salesperson would drive 2 or 3 hours to that airport, get the unit, drive all the way back, hopefully shower and shave, and show up at the hospital the next morning with the hip. They required that the salesperson sit through or stand through the procedure as it's being done. So it worked perfectly. So at the end of the procedure, the surgeon said, I am very impressed. The salesperson said, oh, shucks, it was nothing. I'm just glad we were able to help. And the surgeon said, well, while you're here, run out to your car and bring me another one. Do you see what happened? The salesperson did not explain to the customer all of the extra mile stuff they had done to make this important procedure, this vital procedure, go as well as it did. Ask yourself this question. If you had a vendor who was as good at serving you as you are at serving your customers, wouldn't you want to know it? Wouldn't you like to know that there are people out there who could help you run your life, run your business better, just like you are helping your customers? So how do you go about putting it in writing? Well, business letters are a nice approach, but another way you can do this is something called the report card session. A report card session means you set an appointment with the customer with the understanding that you have nothing to sell them on this call. You're only trying to get feedback from them. With your major accounts, they will typically do this for you, and that's the one where you really want to have the feedback session, the report card session. So you sit down with the customer, you have a list of questions on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being highest. How would you rate us in these areas? Then you have a couple of essay questions. They will typically take the time to answer one. Then you send them the feedback report. We have to do it in writing. The customer must be able to qualify and quantify. The customer must be able to justify doing business with you instead of your competitor with the lower price based on your ability to help them. Here's how we do it. When the customer says, I appreciate your doing that, you go the extra mile, the customer responds to your letter or your report card session. Well, I'm happy we were able to do that. That's the level of service or response that you can expect from our organization or from me. Out of curiosity, if we had not been able to do that, what would that have meant to you? What would that have cost you? And remember, whenever the customer answers a question, the next three words out of our mouth are, and what else? And what else? And what you will find is, using this process, the customer will actually quantify the value of your extra mile stuff. That's where you want to be. And that way, if the competition shows up and your customer says, well, your competitor's out here and they're 2% less, you'll have this documentation. Mr. Customer, you'll remember that when you were in a bind last year, we were able to do this for you and you said it was worth 20% to you. We have some justification for the customer staying with us, all because of the H.M.Plush helping. Of course, helping requires pre-call planning, but it's especially important with your major accounts. This is why account management becomes so important. With your major accounts, significant accounts, make sure that you're doing the helping and getting credit for it, because those are the accounts that your competition wants most, aren't they? Helping is going the extra mile and getting credit for it. Helping is going the extra mile and documenting it. Helping is going the extra mile and being able to quantify it. Why is it in your customer's best interest they do business with you instead of the competition? And quite often, helping can become the primary reason. In the history of recorded time, no customer has ever said your price is too high and meant it. Teach others.